Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's had a chance to get some coffee and settled in. Thanks for coming for this early morning session. Is there anybody in the room that would choose to drive a car without airbags? Okay, David, it's crazy here, maybe an adrenaline junkie there in the back, but nobody in their right mind would do that. Why? Because airbags are this incredible invention that deploys exactly when you need it and is tailored to the accident that happens. It takes the crisis of a car accident and responds with a routine procedure that can save your life. Wouldn't it be great if you had the equivalent of airbags for your organization, but for cyber breaches? How about a tool that not only deploys automatically when a breach happens, but also helps you with all the long-term compliance issues after the breach? That's why we founded BreachRx, to be the airbags and recovery tool you need for your organization after it experiences a breach. We take the crisis out of breach response and we turn it into a routine business process. Whether you're a large bank that's headquartered on Wall Street or a small bank headquartered on Main Street, you need a tool like BreachRx to deploy automatically and tailored to the circumstances of an event. You need a tool that's going to help you with all of those long-tail compliance issues. There are three major problems that organizations face in breach response. We're going to show you how BreachRx solves each one of these issues. The first major problem that organizations face when responding to cyber incidents is having static and outdated plans. A static breach response plan is outdated soon after it's written, and it rarely aligns with the actual breach scenario. Now, David's going to show you here on the left side of the platform the four key sources for a response. They come from regulations, controls, policies, and contracts. Each one of those sources changes frequently and independently. In BreachRx, when one of those sources changes, it's simply updated once and automatically applied to all the various response plans going forward. Next, let's show you how quickly you get an incident kicked off in our platform. Imagine in this scenario that Finovate happens to be a customer of ours, and they suffer a breach associated with this New York conference. You'll see here, you only have to enter a handful of pieces of information to get it started. After you enter each individual piece of information, our algorithms use that information to run in the background, and they further and further refine exactly the response that's necessary for this unique circumstances. And then once it's all entered, you click submit, and all the team members that have responsibility for that response are notified that they need to log into the platform and get to work. This is really important for the response process because the team doesn't spend time trying to figure out what to do. They immediately move towards execution. Having the ability to automatically create tailored incident response plans is an airbag for your business that allows you to make incident response a routine business process. The second major problem that organizations face when responding to cyber incidents is having siloed teams. Breach response is not just an IT activity. It involves a whole host of different silos in the business. Now you'll see here in our demo environment, we have the C-suite, communications, legal, IT operations. They're all in our platform together. This drives tremendous efficiencies in the response process. Now next, let's show you how users are assigned to teams. You'll see David's here going to bring up the credentials for Walter White. Walter happens to be a member of the privacy and general counsel's team, so when an event happens, he's only going to see the tasks that apply to him by virtue of being on those teams. Now, say you're in the middle of an event and the FBI contacts you and they say, hey, we need limited information about X, Y, and Z about this incident. You can easily add them to the platform in seconds and give them whatever information they need. Having your entire team in one platform is an airbag for your business that allows you to make breach response a routine business process. The third major problem that organizations face with breach response is not having a single system of record. After you've experienced an event, you need to be able to look back at all the actions you took and what you can do to improve the next time. Oh, and if you happen to be regulated by the SEC or, say, the New York Department of Financial Services, which I think many of you in this audience are, you probably owe them a report on what you did and what you're doing to improve. If your team isn't working in one platform like BreachRx, that could take hundreds of hours from your team's time to put together from emails and fuzzy memories. With BreachRx, it functions a lot like a car's black box. All of those activities are self-contained in the platform. So then compliance reporting becomes as simple as point and click. Your report is ready for the SEC, and your team can get back to business as usual. And we've talked to many organizations about how they handle incident response and the problems they face. And many have talked about how do we deal with GDPR that has a 72-hour requirement, or the various states that have other requirements that are really time sensitive? We just showed you how to get this done in minutes. Having the ability to automatically generate compliance reports is an airbag for your business that allows you to make incident response a routine business process. A botched or delayed response will bring with it fired executives, regulatory fines, litigation. The list goes on and on. You can minimize all of these consequences by operationalizing the process with BreachRx. We take the crisis out of breach response and turn it into a routine business process. We don't defend against data breaches. There are hundreds of products out there that do that. We help you recover quickly, efficiently, and effectively. You wouldn't drive your car without airbags, and you shouldn't operate your business without BreachRx. Thank you.